All of the diseases we're inflicted with in the 21st century, whether it's the chronic conditions like cardiovascular disease and cancers, which continue to skyrocket in number, not just number, but also coming down in age. There are recent studies highlighting a 19-year-old developing Alzheimer's disease, and we see cancers that used to occur in 30 and 40-year-olds are now in 20 and 10-year-olds, and so on along, and coming down. And everyone is out there saying, I wonder why. Then we've got all these other conditions, mental health conditions. People say, why are they on the increase? Well, there's a really simple explanation of the mechanisms behind it. If you can understand it, then you can make a big difference to dramatically reducing your risk of all of these chronic conditions. And I'm talking all of them. So the three cornerstones of all illness, the three factors leading to this increase, literally epidemic of all illnesses we've got, is oxidation, inflammation, and acidosis. Oxidation, inflammation, and acidosis. And I'm going to go on and explain all those, show you what causes them, and of course in part 2 I will explain how to totally reverse them. What is the antioxidant, the anti-inflammatory, and the pH balancing program. But the first thing is to understand what they are and what's going on. So please make sure you subscribe, get updates, get checks on all these, because there's so much information coming out. So we know that this triad of illness here is brought about by our poor diet, lifestyle, and environment. There is no doubt about that, okay? Genetics plays about a 5% role, if that, in most conditions. Hypertension, Alzheimer's, gout, susceptibility, and it just increases susceptibility. It doesn't guarantee you'll get it. You still have to diet, lifestyle, environment, interaction with it. So look at these illnesses. I was going to start alphabetically, but there were far too many, because we start with acne. It's an inflammatory illness. Inflammation in the gut and inflammation on the skin. Check out my video on skin-gut relationship. Asthma, allergies, your mental health conditions, whether it's conditions like Alzheimer's, which I said we see coming down in numbers and going up in numbers. Depression, they're all linked with inflammation. Now, I'm not saying if you follow this program, everything's going to disappear. What I am saying is that it will benefit your health overwhelmingly if you understand this and take steps, simple, really, really simple strategic steps to do it based on your diet, environment, and lifestyle. Then we've got your cardiovascular disease, heart attack, strokes, the calcium plaque in the artery, which is the real issue. And then you've got hypertension. These are the conditions that are plaguing our society, and they're all linked to oxidation, inflammation, and acidosis. All of the cancers require three things. 1, acidosis. 2, they require oxidation. And finally, 3, inflammation. All of the cancers. There is no exception out there. Then you've got metabolic illnesses like type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, gout. If you've got gout or any of these conditions, check out my video on gout below, along with the Alzheimer's ones, because it explains how to actually reverse these conditions. Then you've got kidney stones, gallstones, women's health issues like endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome. I could go on and on and on. I could list men's health and kids' health, and every group has their own group of health issues, and they all link back to these 3 conditions: oxidation, inflammation, acidosis.